Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Wahara Kakodash, double honor to my apostles, elders, and great millstone, the men that taught me this truth through the Spirit. Peace and blessings to you, brothers, as teaching this word in truth and sincerity. Peace and blessings to the rest of the elect of the house of Israel that scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. You see the title, NBA postpones 3 playoff games after Bucks Jacob Blake's boycott. Cause this game, the Milwaukee Bucks is protesting because of this guy named Jacob Blake, which is an Israelite, being shot by the police for going into his car. Now we know what the scriptures say about agree with thy adversaries quickly, and Jake be putting shit on themselves. But we know through the Spirit that the Lord is stirring up the tension of the people. He's causing uproars of the people because these are the signs of the times. These are all a part of the signs of the times of the downfall of America, the downfall of Babylon. Okay? So it says, the NBA postponed all 3 playoff games Wednesday after Milwaukee Bucks boycotted their matchup with Orlando Magic in response to Jacob Blake, an unarmed black man being shot by police Sunday in Kenosha, Wisconsin, which is south of Milwaukee. Okay? It now remains to be seen whether the league will resume its postseasons at all. NBA players are expected to meet Wednesday night as they attempt to figure out their next steps. According to The Athletic, after the Bucks declined to leave their locker room for their 4 p.m. first-round game with the Magic, league officials reportedly stood outside the Milwaukee locker room as Orlando players warmed up on the court. The Magic players ultimately returned to their locker room as the arena clock ticked down, and it was later reported that they would not accept forfeit. Alright, let me read a little bit more. Within an hour of the Bucks boycott, the NBA announced the day's games had been officially postponed as the Oklahoma City Thunder, Houston Rockets, Los Angeles Lakers, and Portland Trail Blazers reportedly were planning to sit out their matchups. "We're tired of the killings and the injustice," Bucks guard George Hill told the Undefeated. The Bucks said in a statement that while they did not know their players had planned on refusing to play, they supported their decision to do so. Because, they try to appease Jake as much as they can. They try to appease us as much as they can to keep us pacified, to keep us docile. But the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, is stirring up the tension. It's stirring up the uprising, the revolts, the uproars of the people, which is all biblical prophecy. The shooting of 29-year-old Blake, which was caught on video and left him paralyzed from the waist down, has sparked another wave of nationwide protests against police brutality. Alex Lazary, the senior vice president of the Bucks, tweeted, "Some things are bigger than basketball. The stand taken today by the players and org shows that we're fed up. Enough is enough. Change needs to happen. I am incredibly proud of our guys, and we stand 100% behind our players, ready to assist and bring about real change," which it ain't going to be no real change because the wicked bear rule. And as long as the wicked bear rule, the people are going to continue to mourn. And that's what the scriptures say. And who is the wicked? The Caucasian race, also known as Esau Edom. As long as he's in power, the world will continue to be in a mournful state, a wicked state, an evil state. Okay? Now I want to get these scriptures because this is all a part of the signs of the times. Matter of fact, I'm going to start off with that because this is all a part of the signs of the times, biblical prophecy before our eyes. Matthew 24. I'm going to start right here at 3. And as he sat on upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, Tell us when shall these things be, and what shall be the sign of thy coming and of the end of the world? Here we go. Verse 6, And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. So there's going to be nations talking about war, gearing up for war, doing war exercises. They're going to be crossing boundaries in certain areas that they're not supposed to cross, causing wars and rumors of wars. It says, For nation shall rise against nation. One group of people is going to rise up against another group of people. It says, And kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines, pestilence, earthquakes in diverse places. All these things are the beginning of sorrows. So all these things are part of the signs of the time of the Lord's second coming. All right? I'm going to get the next one real fast. It's not going to be too long. And Lord's will, I'll continue to make more. Here we go. 2 Ezra chapter 9 verse 2, Then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he had made. So all the things that you see going on the planet Earth now, these are the signs showing you the Lord is visiting the earth. Okay? Through plagues, through pestilence, through earthquakes, and through uprisings and uproars. So it says, Therefore, when thou shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, then shalt thou understand the Most High spake at least those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. So the Most High spake of everything that's going on today from the beginning. So them protesting, all right, them protesting is a sign of the time, okay? Because the bread and circuses is coming to an end. Bread and circuses was a terminology used when the Roman government had created the games and the coliseums and the theater, right, to distract the people from the corruption that was going on in the government, to distract the people from the wars that was going on, the taxation that was going on. So now the Lord is taking away the bread and circuses, which is their entertainment, which is America's entertainment, the New Age coliseums, because America is Rome all over again, okay? He's taking away their entertainment, and now people are seeing the corruption. They're seeing the wickedness. They're seeing the unjust laws and decrees. They're seeing everything that America has been doing throughout all generations. All right? But we know that this is part of the Lord's return. This is Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 16. Cut off the sower from Babylon, and him that handleth the sickle in the time of harvest. So there is going to be a time of famine. There is going to be a time where the grinding is going to cease. There's going to be no more work in Babylon. And Babylon is America. The Bible uses parabolic, metaphorical, dark sayings, analogies to reference things that's going on in the world. Okay? So, this is not only talking about ancient Babylon, this is prophetic of Neo-Babylon, the daughter of Babylon, also known as America. So it's to cut off the sower from Babylon, and him that handleth the sickle in the time of harvest. So the people that's going to be working is not going to be working no more, because this is part of the signs of the time, the part of the downfall of Babylon. Read it on. For fear of the oppressing sword, they shall turn everyone to his people, and they shall flee one to his own land. And that's the time period we're coming into. Everybody's going back to their own land. Everybody's turning back onto their own people. Just like with the Bucks. They're standing up for Jake. They're standing up for their people that's getting killed by the police, being paralyzed by the police. Okay. Israel is a scattered sheep. The lions have driven him away. First, the king of Assyria have devoured him. And last, this Nebuchadnezzar, the king of Babylon, have broken his bones. That happened back then, and there's no new thing under the sun. We're being jacked up, killed, incarcerated right here, the year 2020. It's still going on to this day. Our people are being slain by the sword, slain by the pestilence, slain by the famine. Okay? But the grinding ceasing is a part of the downfall of America. Okay? Ecclesiastes 12:3. In the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease because they are few, and those that look out of the window be darkened. So the mighty men, the men of war, the armies, the military, the keepers of the house should tremble. Okay, everybody that has businesses. Okay, and the strong men shall bow themselves, because the time period we're coming into is the day of the Lord. You're going to have people starving to death because of famine. You're going to have people eating each other, eating their kids, eating their pets. Okay? Because of the famine. You're going to have people dying from these disease outbreaks. And then there's an economic collapse on top of all of that. The Lord is jacking up this place on every angle. Okay? And then the scriptures say, and the grinders cease because they are few. Alright? So the grinding is going to be ceasing because they cannot afford to keep up with. Alright. They can't afford to keep up with the bills. They can't afford to close their businesses. For instance, with the COVID shit, all the small businesses and middle class businesses had to close down because of COVID, and that's losing money, so they had to close their businesses. But once again, these are all a part of the signs of the times, man. Pretty much that's it, man. I pray and hope that you was edified. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, Waharakwadash. Leave your responses. Leave your comments. Do your responses. Leave your comments. Until next time, I say Shalom.